Extreme fuel treatment is a small dosage fuel treatment with big effects on gas and diesel engines. So what does this product do for you? It dramatically increases the life of your engine. It improves your fuel economy, decreases your emissions, and it increases horsepower. So you may be asking, if XFT does all that, why haven't I heard about it before? And why doesn't everyone use it? It must be one of those things that's just too good to be true, right? Actually, that's not right. Let me explain. XFT itself is not new. For more than 20 years, large industrial companies all over the world have been using it to save huge amounts of money. But what is new is the fact that now, from Syntek Global, it's available to everyone. Before now, it was only sold in large 55-gallon barrels, which is just not practical for most people. For the first time ever, it's now packaged in small, easy-to-manage bottles and packets, perfect for personal use, as you simply open and squeeze it into your tank. You've probably heard about other fuel additives, but this one is unique and in a class all of its own. Here's why. XFT is not just a single additive, it's a comprehensive fuel treatment. It's time-tested with mounds of data to prove its effectiveness, and it's also very cost-effective. As a matter of fact, XFT can save you money just by using it. How? XFT has several components that all work together to bring you amazing benefits. Let's break them down quickly. Probably the most important component in XFT is called a burn rate modifier. This works to lower the ignition point of the fuel by several hundred degrees, allowing the fuel to start burning sooner and providing a more complete burn of the available BTUs of the fuel. Let me illustrate how this works. Think for a minute about baking a cake. If you put a cake in the oven at a very high temperature, what happens? The cake burns on the outside, but it's all gooey and mushy in the middle, right? Well, the same thing is happening with our fuel. It burns at such a high temperature that we burn off some of the fuel, but leave a good portion of it to come out our engines as emissions and clog up our engines with whatever is left over. By lowering the temperature, you actually start using most of the fuel instead of losing it. This gives you better fuel economy, and it reduces the emissions that used to come out dramatically. It also doesn't leave any gooey middle to clog up your engine, because it's all being burned and used. In addition to this, XFT contains a lubricating agent, which provides lubrication for pistons, fuel pumps, and injectors, reducing friction, which can be your vehicle's worst enemy. There's also a fuel stabilizer. Once fuel is made, just like any oil-based product, it has a tendency to begin separating. As it separates, it loses some of its efficiencies. XFT stabilizes the fuel, keeping this breakdown from happening for much longer periods of time, giving your stored fuel a significantly longer shelf life. This is especially important for boats, snowmobiles, yard tools, or any other seldom used engine. Now, anytime you put liquids and metals together, add oxidation, heat, and condensation, you're bound to get rust and corrosion. This is exactly what happens in your fuel tank. However, XFT contains rust and corrosion inhibitors to minimize corrosion in fuel tanks and delivery systems. Just look at the difference between these engine valves with treated fuel and without. As you may know, modern high-tech engines function very precisely, and there is little to no room for even a tiny particle of dust or dirt without impacting performance. XFT contains detergents that keep your engine clean and remove harmful deposits from fuel pumps and injectors, keeping your engine at peak performance. Even though your gas tank is sealed, between condensation as well as the oxidation process, you can't avoid getting water in your fuel. Water can be very harmful and costly to an engine, and it can also be a major contributor to fuel injector failure. XFT contains a demulsifier which helps remove water from fuel. As you can see, XFT packs a powerful punch. In order to get these same benefits with store-bought gas additives, you would need to buy gallons worth of products, spending almost $60. But with extreme fuel treatment, you only need 1/4 ounce for up to 20 gallons of fuel, and you'll only spend between $3 and $4. XFT is patented and registered with the EPA, and just to give you one more reason to try XFT, it's risk-free. That's right, Syntek Global is so confident that their product truly delivers results that they offer a money-back guarantee. We invite you to try extreme fuel treatment for yourself and see how your vehicle's performance improves and how much cleaner it runs. We think you'll be surprised by how much farther you can drive on one tank of gas. Simply click on the Buy Now button and try some today. You can also get additional information by leaving your name and email address in the request information box, and we'll be happy to send you additional details. Thank you for taking your valuable time to discover extreme fuel treatment. We'll see you on the road.